don't know what to do.
Oh, Lyra.
I know what's happening. It's not working.
Don't rush.
It's broken.
It's your connection with it which is broken,
It's
Lyra.
You've grown up.
So that's it. I will never be able to read it again.
You read it by grace, and you can regain it by work.
What's the point?
I didn't know it was possible to feel this bad.
To be heartbroken?
I want to always feel like this.
When you're heartbroken after your first love, it's always
I
destroying.
want to not feel like this about Lyra.
You know all those stories that say the greatest love is the one that you can't live without? The one that you're prepared to die for. That's not right.
Oh, they went to the land of the dead,
That's
no?
not what love is. I know it seems romantic to die for love, but it's much more romantic to live for it.
You will never lose what you have with Will. You've shaped each other forever. And I know it doesn't seem like it now. But you have a future, Lyra.
I just realized something. What? I'm gonna keep that for the review, but my mind just exploded right there.
If humanity set their minds to discovery and their hearts to compassion, they may create enough dust for a single opening.
The land of the dead.
We can't close that window. It's the most important one.
The rest of the windows must be closed. While the knife exists, only you can close them. Break the knife, and we can help you. Once you've returned to your home, when it is broken, we angels will seal the wounds.
I'm not ready for that.
I love you. I've got to stop loving you. For the day I die.
I love you. Maybe I'll come back here. We'll go through the land of the dead. And we'll tell gracious wings everything we've done.
Yeah.
We'll find it. No one will be able to tear us apart. We'll be joined so tight. Every atom of me. And every atom of you. And they use our atoms to make new life. They'll have to take too. We'll be in the towers and soulmates.
Eve saying goodbye to Eden. You're back, Lyra. The match! Oh fuck! That got me with that.
At least Will has Karyava.
You know you can see your demon too. If you want it. We all see only what we expect to see. You only saw dust when you believed you were able to. Try it.
Oh, we're gonna see it! So great! Maria, I'm so glad for you. Yep, a bird. Oh, Mary.
There you are. We can come back here every year. You and your world. Me and mine. Midsummer's Day. Midday.
And I'll be there. I'll be there every year.
if we meet someone we like, we must be kind to them. When we come here, just for an hour, we can be together.
You're gonna love again, but never like that.
Just do it.
I'll break the knife to see this through because I know I just want to come back to you. What is it?
Just trying to imagine what you look like when you're old.
That's of course.
No. Just think of her.
And it's gonna break the knife. You have your mom. You have Mary. You feel it, Yorick?
We can come back here every year. You in your world. Me in mine. And we can be together.
I'll be there every year. My whole life. I promise.
We're gonna see you getting on. It's beautiful, but it hurts so much. The end, I need to the end now. Full lives. It is. Does it mean that they're gonna adapt the new trilogy? Oh, I don't want to know. For now, I don't want to know. Oh, I knew I would be a mess, but that much I didn't know. Okay. 1, 2. Oh, yo, the mascara, I mean. I can't do better than that, I won't do better than that. But really, I think that all of my mascara went on my tissue right there. I just need a little time, you know, on my own to... Guys, it was perfect. It was all of what I wanted. It was beautiful. We had all of the scenes. I'm glad that the writers during this final episode, you know, they made things to only have that during the final episode and to have all of the important things during this final episode, and they didn't forget anything, and they took the time for everything. For all of the discussions about death, the discussions about love, the discussions about the worlds, and you know, the fact that they had to close all of the windows. They took the time for the discussion for the bench. Like, really, we had everything. For sure, these moments between Lyra and Will were so sweet, so pure, and so symbolic also because of how pure it was. So biblic in a way, you know, around the lake, eating fruits and all of that. And these two, you know, the actor and the actress, they played that so well. And the writers also, they did it so well because they didn't push it too much, you know. In the first adaptation of these books into one movie, we saw how badly it could be translated, you know, this book into a movie. So just imagine if they would have continued and we would have had a third book with these writers, you know, that kind of way to write, to rewrite the story. All of the big things and the unnecessary things that they would have put to make it even more emotional, when right there it's enough emotional for already what it is. And that's why I'm glad that the actor and the actress, they are playing it well. We are feeling everything, but it's not too much. And same for the music. During that moment, the music and the picture, they are perfect, but they are not too much. It's not like we are seeing dust around them, but it's not, you know, like... it could have been really way too much with an adaptation like that, and it was not. And yes, it was just perfect, it was just beautiful, the music, the pictures. I want to forget about Father Gomez and his story. Like, I have the emotion that we lost time with him during this story when really, I mean during this episode when really I didn't want to. I'm just glad that we are seeing the angel, you know, dying, saying Baruch, like they're gonna be reunited. I'm so glad. Maybe I could have had, you know, a discussion between Mary and Serafina, and I would have loved that because you know how much I love these two women. So maybe that, but I'm okay to not have that. The reunion with Pen also, the reunion with Will's demon. I'm not gonna try to pronounce it. I'm not gonna try it. You know what? I told you during the episode, you know, that my mind exploded. It's the fact that I said it, I read the books a lot, but a long time ago. And really, I loved so much Will and Lyra love. Because for me, it was a perfect representation of what pure love, true love is. And it was going with the symbolic of Adam and Eve, it was going with that symbolic of real love, pure love, true love. And all of that thing around the bench, around the fact that they they would continue to love each other until the end, and what Lyra and Will, they said during that moment, and that was heartbreaking, the fact that they're gonna be reunited in death, and they would be together, and no one would separate them anymore. So I was going with that idea, into that final episode, but into that final episode with what Mary said and with what Serafina said, with also maybe what I know now, because I read the 2 books of the new trilogy that maybe we're gonna have into a show. With that, when I heard these 2 talking about love, and when I saw that moment, I think that, okay, they are representing pure love, real love, true love, but they are also representing first love. Because Mary and Serafina, they are implying that they're gonna love again. It's not the only time into their life that they're gonna love that much. Yes, nothing is gonna be like that, because nothing can be compared to first love, but they're gonna love again, they're gonna experience love again. Everything is about that, about the fact that love, it's not seen. You have to love, you have to experience life, you have to live. And they learned that, Will and Lyra during this episode, during the end of the story. The fact that they have to dare, they have to experience things, they have to not be afraid and to do stuff. And they experienced their first love, which was true love, which was real love, which was pure love. But it was their first love, and I think that there is an entire symbolic also around that, in fact, that I didn't see before, about first love, which is pure, which is amazing, but also when first love finishes, you're heartbroken, you have the impression that nothing is gonna replace it, you have the impression that you're never gonna be the same, you have the impression that it's the end of the world, you have the impression that it's the end for you and stuff like that. And yes, I can read, that moment now like that, but I think that I can read it like that now because I'm paying more attention to what Mary and Serafina are saying, but also because, when I read these books when I was young, I never experienced love. So now, as an adult who already experienced love, I can feel it a bit more, that interpretation, of their love, which is not changing the fact that it's pure love, it's true love, and they're gonna be reunited into death, and that's gonna be amazing. And also that all of their loves after that are gonna be different, but it's still gonna be love. And Mary, she said it like she loved, that girl offered her a sweet, and she felt something, and she knew that it was love and stuff like that. But she didn't finish her life with that woman, Mary, and we know also that she had other loves into her life. She's saying it, in a way she's implying it, so that's what made me think of that during the episode. And my mind exploded a little during the episode because I began to read the end of the story not with my kids' eyes but with my adult eyes, and to see that new interpretation and to also understand that I had access to that new information because now I'm an adult, so because I experienced love and all, really my mind exploded during that moment during the episode. They gave us really everything. They gave us even, at the beginning, Lyra talking about her parents and the fact that she knows that they are dead. She knows that she hates them, like she truly hated them, at least at some point. She knows that she's never gonna have answers to her questions, and that's awful. But in a way, she made peace with that, and I wanted to see that. I told you in the intro that I wanted to see that, but I was not sure to have it. But yes, I had it because really the writers, they put everything that they could into this episode, and everything, really everything. you know, just to give us that bench moment at the end when really we could have ended with them saying goodbye to each other like that. But Lyra, she's gonna have the aliciometer and she's gonna live new adventures, we know it. And Will, we know that he's gonna be a close friend with Mary, and Mary is gonna be involved into his life also to help with his mother. We don't know more about Will's story, but it's like that. Or the fact that to break the knife he has just to think about Lyra and the pain that he can feel about the fact that he knows that he can never see her again. Like the first time that he broke the knife, it was because of his mother and how guilty he was. He felt to not be with her, rather he felt pain knowing that he could never be with Lyra anymore. A review about this show, to finish, to say that it was beautiful, it was perfect. No, it was not perfect. I know that, okay, some things were changed, and for really hardcore fans, they are never gonna consider that show as perfect, and it would be a lie to say that it was perfect because of that. But for me it was perfect. For me it was a perfect translation of these books. Like, it's a translation of the books, it can't be the books, you know, so for me it was a perfect translation. For me, I felt all of the things that I felt reading the books for the first time. I had all of the messages, the symbolic stuff that I wanted. I had all of the emotions, the feelings that I wanted. I had all of the scenes, all of the things that I wanted. Really, for all of the seasons, for all of the different seasons, I think that the casting was perfect. I can't think about any of the characters that I thought, you know, as badly chosen or anything like that. And I'm thinking, you know, for sure Lyra and Will, but I'm thinking also about Marissa, about Azriel, about Serafina, about Lee. Even the voice, you know, for Yorek, for example, and all. I'm not thinking about any character that didn't please me for how he or she looked like. For me, they were all well chosen for their appearances, but also for how they played their characters. I felt terrified and all by Mrs. Coulter, and I understood her love for Lyra. You know, she made me feel all of the same emotions. Yorek, same, you know, his voice, how he was done on screen. Serafina, Mary was already one of my favorite characters into the books, but right there, again, I felt everything, guys. So yes, the writers, the casting, the show, how it was represented, everything, the music. For me it was so well done, and I said it, you know, before beginning this session of binge watching. That's also a reason why I felt emotional before beginning it. It's because I know that for the books that I read and that I loved when I was young, I think that it's the last time that I'm seeing on screen, you know, as a show or as a movie, such a well done translation of them, like really, because I don't see any other book that could be translated on screen, and because it was so perfect and so well done that it's gonna be rough to do better. Really, the only things that I can think of, it's Narnia to do more than just the movies that they did, and more than just the first one, which was really great. After that, you know what I think about it. And maybe, you know, what I think, you know, I can't remember really the name of the trilogy, I can't see it. The Fire's Wind? The first one, I remember the first one, how it's named, it's The Secrets of Aramance, I think. I'm gonna put right there the name. And that's a trilogy that I loved a lot when I was young, and I even learned, you know, the alphabet of that world, of that universe, and I was really writing entire letters with this other alphabet. So clearly I fall in love with this one, but really no one knows about this one. I have the impression that I'm the only one who read these books. So maybe it's the only one which could surprise me by having an adaptation on a show or on a movie, but except for that, yes, I have the impression that it's the last time that I'm gonna have that. So that's why I'm emotional, because I know that it's the last time, and also because it was such a good one that I'm okay for it to be the last one. Do you understand what I mean? To see all of this story, you know, adapted on screen, it's a little insane, in fact, to realize that they did it, they truly did it, and they did it so well. If by chance any member of this casting, any member of these writers, any member of the crew who made the show, any member is watching this video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for that. Because I said it also during the intro of the episode 7, it's so great when you're fan of something, you know, passionate about something, to have a good adaptation like that, you feel respected. And it's so great to feel respected like that, to feel like you understood everything and you respected the books, the stories, but also people who loved these stories. It's such a good feeling, you know, as a reader of these books, to feel respected like that and to feel like this is it and you did it entirely from beginning to the end, you didn't miss anything. So thank you for that. I can cry. I'm gonna keep some tears for the editing, because I know in advance that I'm gonna cry again during the editing, seeing me crying that much. Did you appreciate that final episode? Did you appreciate how they did it? Did you appreciate that show? I'm sure that you appreciated that show. You wouldn't have watched 3 entire seasons if not. I would have wished, you know, for this show to be more appreciated, to be more promoted also. I have the impression that, except for the readers of the books, no one is watching it, which is a little sad. I would have loved, yes, for it to be more appreciated, more watched, more promoted. But I also have the impression that it's gonna be a show which is gonna last. You know, like the books. Still, people right now, kids, teenagers, are discovering them. I have the impression that it's gonna be the same for the show. The readers of the books, the new readers of the books, are gonna want to see it at some point, to discover it on their own. Okay. I can finish my video with that because it's giving me a little of joy, you know? A little of joy! Of joy to imagine that new readers of the books, they're not gonna have to wait, you know, for entire years and all to not know if one day they're gonna have a good adaptation on screen. No, they're already gonna have it and they're gonna enjoy it again like we did together right now. Oh yes, I can finish my video with that, it's giving me a smile, you know. Okay, so maybe it's the last time that I see you if you were just watching my reaction videos for His Dark Materials. If you want to stay with me, you can go check the playlist that I made, you know, for each show that I'm reacting to. I'm reacting to animes also. Maybe we are already watching some together, maybe you're gonna want to discover some with me, maybe. I will see you in the comments of these videos. And if it's not the case, guys, I'm gonna tell you goodbye because I'm not gonna see you again. We're not gonna have something else. Oh, maybe, yes, we're gonna have the adaptation of the new trilogy. With what they are seeing at the end, you know, these lines, it can make us think, you know, that they are thinking of it. Are we gonna have it? That's another question, you know, that's another question. But maybe they are thinking of it. It could be great. Count on me for that. If it's the case, you know that you can count on me for that. Okay, so it's all for me and for you for the season 3 of His Dark Materials and for the entire show. It's the end, guys. So it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.